welcome back. I'm Allison, this is Wonder Crochet. Today I thought it would be fun for us to go through my 10 best-selling crochet patterns of 2024 so far. I did one of these videos about a year ago. I've released a lot of new patterns since then, so I'm really excited to go through these, see how many patterns are still on there from last year and how many new patterns have kind of taken their place. I also like to do these because it helps not only me keep track of what you all like, but also if you like to do markets or you like to sell your works, then I found like the top 10 patterns are a good judge of what other people like to buy. So it helps me not only keep track of trends, but see what new patterns to do, because I obviously want to make things that you all enjoy as well. And honestly, I look at my sales every month, but I don't always go into which specific patterns are selling, just kind of the overall how many I've sold. And I should definitely do that more often because I was shocked at what number one was, and it blew the other ones out of the water. So pause here and leave your predictions in the comments of what you think my number one best-selling pattern of this year is. I'm really curious to see how many of you could guess it because I couldn't. And if you're brand new to crochet and you'd like to learn how to crochet plushies just like all of these, I have a full online course that I'll link in the description. It teaches you from the very beginning how to crochet well, with over 40 videos teaching you basic stitches, more advanced stitches, how to read crochet patterns, and so much more. So that's enough chit chat. Let's jump into my top 10 best-selling crochet patterns this year. Coming in at number 10 this year was actually number 3 last year. So oh, how the mighty have fallen. No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad that it's still in the top 10, but it is my No-Sew Turtle pattern. And I released this one last year, so I think that's why it was in the top 3 last year. But I'm super excited that it's still in the top 10. It's still one of my favorite patterns. It's completely no-sew. Everything is crocheted on, including all the limbs, the head, and everything. I will say that this pattern does look quite simple, but this was actually probably the hardest one for me to design. And I think that's because at the time I was really new to no-sew patterns. So figuring out how to make all the pieces able to be crocheted on instead of sewn on was quite the challenge for me, and I remember it definitely hurt my brain. But this is also one of my mascot patterns where I sell stickers and merch with him on it. So I'm excited that he's still in the top 10. Let's see who comes in at number 9. Coming in at number 9 is another one of my OG patterns, and it's my Kitten pattern. I can't remember if I released this one last year or 2 years ago. It might have been 2 years ago, but it's still one of my favorite patterns. It has options for a sitting or laying kitten, depending on how you put the tail on, and I've made a ton of different versions of this one. I made a calico cat, I've made a gray one, a black one for Halloween, but what I really wanted to do with this pattern is have the kitten be able to hold cute things like a ball of yarn, which is perfect for us crocheters. So the pattern comes with the yarn ball and sushi and a cat toy too. So you can really mix and match it. This was me really diving into being able to mix and match with patterns and offer different accessories, and now that's one of my favorite things to do when I'm designing patterns. And this is another one that I sell stickers and merch for. I actually named her Clover the Kitten, and I did name the turtle Jacob the Turtle after my nephew. So number 9, Clover the Kitten. So number 8 is actually my favorite crochet pattern that I've designed, I think, of all time. And I designed it after a childhood stuffed animal that I had, and maybe that's why it's my favorite, but it is this monkey. Designing this one for me, I got to use a lot of new design techniques, like how to design the face and have everything be almost one piece. So this is a low sew pattern, and you only have to sew the head to the body. Oh, and I have this purple one too, because who doesn't love a purple monkey? Oh wait, I made a mod for Boots the monkey from Dora the Explorer too, and this is actually included in the pattern. So this one was actually more difficult for me to design, and I think that's why I like it so much, because I felt accomplished after I designed this one. And when I make a new pattern, I like making multiple plushies just to see how it would look in different colors. And as you know, crocheting plushies take a long time to make. If only crocheting plushies was as easy as merging baked goods in the game Love and Pies. I've heard so many people talking about the game Love and Pies, and I love a good cozy mobile game, so of course I had to give it a try. Honestly, I can't stop playing it. I'm already on level 18, so when I need a little break from crocheting, Love and Pies has honestly been my go-to to relax. The aim is to match ingredients to create pies and other tasty baked goods to then serve to your customers. The tips you earn from your customers help finance the upgrades and decorations for your cafe. I love being able to customize my cafe into a cute and cozy space. And seeing all the different baked goods that you can create by merging is just as fun as crocheting a new plushie. I know a lot of you will want to try out this cozy and relaxing game. So everyone that downloads Love and Pies using my link below and plays to day 3 will get 200 energy and 50 gems. And when you start playing the game, you'll see how important those are. So if you're like me and love finding cozy games to relax, download Love and Pies for free now. So number 8 on our list is the monkey. Let's move on to number 7. Number 7 is another animal, and it's another low-sew plush. So don't worry, I've taken notes that you all like low sew, no sew, but you'll be surprised. Number 1 has quite a bit of sewing, but I hear you, I like the low sew ones too. But number 7 is my Squirrel Plush. I designed this one last year and I just loved how excited you all were for it. And this is another one where I got to design like little accessories with it too. So I have an acorn, a mushroom, and a little sunflower that the squirrel can hold. And those are all included in the pattern. And this was another one too where I made different versions. Oh wait, I have them. Let me show you. I love how these look together in the different colors. But I had to make a dark brown one, the tan one of course, and then a white squirrel. I love how many of you have tagged me in your squirrels, so I've seen them in so many different colors. Number 7, the Squirrel Plush. Oh, and I don't know why I give some of my plushies names and some I don't. Maybe we need to have a poll soon so that we can name all of them. Now for number 6, this one is not an animal, and it's actually one of my mini patterns, which I was surprised how many people enjoyed these, but I guess it makes sense because people like to make mini things for markets. And this is my mini S'mores plush. Now if you've made my big S'mores plush, I designed that I think like 3 years ago and it went viral, which was really wonderful and kind of just got my crochet business off the ground. And my regular S'mores plush, Graham, I call him, has been reigning number 1 on my most sold patterns for a while. But he didn't even make the top 10. So I was surprised, but honestly happy because that means that I'm designing things that you all like more than that. So it's just nice to look back on. But our mini S'mores made the list. And when I do these like top 10 pattern roundups, I add together my sales from Etsy and from my website. And it's fun to see what is popular on each of the platforms. And honestly, I have Annabelle from Crochet Grove to thank for this one because she made 5 or 6 of these for her market and tagged my pattern, and I got so many sales from that. So Annabelle, thank you so much. You got the mini S'mores on our top 10 list. Number 5 is another dessert plush, which I love, and it's my ice cream pattern. And I think this is because I did the video where I crocheted for 8 hours straight, and I made 7 or 8 of these in all different flavors. So I think this is why that's still in our top 10. I really like making them. Even though I made them for 8 hours straight, I would still make more, which is always fun. I also have a mini ice cream cone pattern that didn't quite make our list. It was number 11 for our most sold. But if you want to make them for markets, I would definitely recommend the mini one. But I also made this Valentine's Day mod, and this is on my IG highlights if you want to make one of these for Valentine's Day. And then I also have, I think this one might be my favorite, my rainbow ice cream cone. And I just changed colors every 3 rounds for this one. So our ice cream cone plush is number 5. Number 4 on our list has gotten a lot of attention lately because it's July, and that is my no-sew crab pattern. So this pattern, you can make a standing crab or you can make a laying crab. And all you have to do is change the position of the eyes. And I have instructions for both in the pattern as well as video tutorials for how to attach all the pieces by crocheting them. So again, a fun no-sew pattern, one for summertime. I released this pattern last summer while I was in Maryland actually. So it couldn't have been more perfect if I planned it, but I got to take some fun pictures of these guys on the beach there, and that was just a lot of fun for me. So number 4, the no-sew crab. Okay, we've made it to the big top 3. If you have any guesses what you think any of these 3 patterns are, leave them in the comments. My 3rd best-selling pattern this year is my Teapot Pal pattern. And for everyone asking, yes, of course, this is Alice in Wonderland inspired. When the dormouse falls asleep in the teapot. I was rewatching it for like the 100th time, and I thought that would be absolutely perfect to crochet. And the best part, of course, is the mouse pops in and out of the teapot. I had seen a lot of popping crochet patterns and I really love the concept. I like anything that's interactive, and I especially like something that kids would enjoy. So it's always fun when a plush can have like an interactive element. So I definitely wanted to do that with this one. And if you watch my channel, you know how much I love tea, and I have a whole teapot collection. So this one is really special to me because I feel like it's just captures my personality. So I wanted to do the mouse, of course, and then I couldn't make one without including a frog as well, and his little arms pop out. And if you didn't see, I also made a cookie jar too. So it's a mouse that pops out of a cookie jar, like if you give a mouse a cookie. So number 3 on our list, my Teapot Pal. Okay, my final 2 patterns. Can you look around the room and notice what is missing? Our number 2 best-selling pattern is my Raccoon pattern. This one has been on the top for the past 2 years, ever since I released it, and I'm so excited that you all love it because I love making him too. This one is also low-sew-ish. It's like half sew. The head and body, arms and tail are all crocheted on, and then the legs and ears and muzzle are all sewn on. So really for those, I don't put low sew, no sew, I just put that it's a crochet pattern. This one was a little bit more difficult with the color changes on the face especially, but I honestly had a lot of fun doing it. I love how he's a little bit chunkier than my other plushies, and then that cute striped bushy tail in the back. I mean, he really is one of my favorites, probably my second favorite behind my monkey at this point. And I hear all your requests for a red panda plush, and don't worry, I am working on one. So this is number 2, the Raccoon. Okay, we've made it to number 1. Any final guesses? Anything that you were expecting to see but haven't yet? Drum roll. Okay, this is way too dramatic. My number 1 best-selling crochet pattern this year so far is my fairy pattern. Surprised? Me too. No, I honestly love this pattern. I love all things cutesy, fairy garden, tea party, flowers, like anything in that realm. So having a fairy pattern was very special to me, very exciting for me. And I just so appreciate how much you all love this pattern, and seeing all your different really unique fairies just honestly makes me so happy. So of course I made this one to look like me, and I wanted the skirt to look like flower petals, of course, or there's 2 options in the pattern, the flower petal skirt or the leaf skirt. And also there are 4 different hairstyles that you can make with this pattern. So the high pony, or the pigtails, or the low pigtails, or a low ponytail. That's my fall fairy, but I actually never sewed her wings on. So that's why she's not here right now. But I think maybe all the different options are why you all liked it so much. Let me know if you have this pattern. It is super fun to make all these different kinds. I made one for each of the 4 seasons. So I did spring, summer, winter, and then fall is hiding in the closet without her wings. I promise I'll sew them on. So this one was a lot of fun for me, and it's reigning number 1 right now. I'm curious to see if something will dethrone it by the end of the year. I hope that I can make something that's as popular as this, but I don't mind the fairy reigning at number 1. So those were my top 10 best-selling crochet patterns of 2024 so far. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you so much again to Love and Pies for sponsoring today's video. If you don't already, give me a follow over on my Instagram. I post all my new projects over there, and if you haven't seen my newest pattern, which is coming out soon, go check it out there. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.